let's post it.
Yeah. True. True.
All right, cool. Another interesting story. So this was quite interesting. We got Dungeons and Dragons, who were going to ban digital assets, have now completely reversed course on that and saying that they will never ban them. They will not be going ahead with that. You have a license to continue doing so. Now, this is really interesting because we saw with NFT worlds and Microsoft how that played out the complete opposite. They ended up banning it completely on Minecraft, and they have kept by that ban. But here we've got D&D Publishers, which is Dungeon and Dragons, announcing that they are going to allow the use of these assets forever. So originally they had said that they were not happy with it. I personally, my feeling is that when they looked into their licensing that everyone agreed to up front, they realized that they actually can't get out of this. And then they also got quite a lot of backlash for saying this. And then they decided, look, we are going to leave it and let it continue,
Yeah.
which is really good for the space because with Minecraft there wasn't that much backlash. So the fact that a year and a bit later, Dungeons and Dragons did get a lot of backlash from the gaming community, which typically gaming and Web3 have not gotten along very well. But to see now that there was such big backlash that they ended up reversing and saying, no, we will allow it and we will allow it forever on the record, that's quite bullish in general. It's just how far we've come in the last year, in my opinion, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have too much to say on that, to be honest. But man, I just can't wait until we can just be in the future and just see, like, I don't know, just see what happened in between the future and like right now. I just want to know, man. I want to know already. Fuck.
No, you can't. You gotta enjoy it. There's a parable.
True.
The guy was the guy was 10 years old, and he just wanted to be 18 years old so he could go to clubs and drink and get his driver's license at whatever age in your country you get your driver's license. And then when he turned 18, he just wanted to be 30. He wanted to have a wife and a child, and when he got to 30, he just wanted to be 50. He wanted to retire and not have to work all day. And when he got to 50, he just wanted to be 70. He wanted to, meet his grandchildren. And when he's on his deathbed, he says, I just wish that I was wanting to be the age I was at the time, or in the stage of life I was at the time. And you just made me think of that. I know you're not saying that, but I think that that's in general just a very wise
Yeah.
parable, and it's one that I often try and tell myself. Especially with kids, when they're born, there's so many amazing things about that early stage. They smell like a new baby. It's hard
I
to
know.
explain, and you can hold them, and you really, and then they become older and they start doing things like giggling and talking, and every stage has got its good and its bad. And I always try and say to myself, don't wish this stage away. Like Bianca and I used to say, I just
Mm.
wish they're going to start talking already before they started talking. Right, but and you do, because you love them and you want the best for them. But there were beautiful things about them not talking. Number one, they weren't talking. No, I'm joking. But I just say, like,
Uh,
I try to remind myself that just enjoy every stage where you're at,
oh
no
yeah.
matter what that is, with the good and the bad, because every stage of life I think has its positives and negatives. And I think focus on the good of the stage that you're in, whatever that may be, and try and forget the bad of that stage. You think of, like, you and I are in very different stages. But I mean, I think of me, I've thank God at an age where I've still got my health. I'm not like a 75-year-old with arthritis or whatever. I don't know. Just appreciate the good of the stage that you're in, whatever stage that may be. But of life
Hell yeah.
alpha.
Hell yeah. Facts.